Hello, everyone. This is Lori from Texas Crafty Cabin, and I have created a recipe junk journal. It's nude on the front because I haven't decided what it should be on the front. It was only about an inch and a half spine, but look at it now. I've got three. I had to make it bigger, and it's made out of a tablecloth, and I used the frayed pieces to open it up. I can't wait to share this with you because it was one of my funnest to do. And as you can tell, it's chocked full, and it's got three signatures. And I can't wait to show you. It was a lot of fun. And what I've done is because I have created and made copies of and printed and sewn a lot of different things that's inside this junk journal that I have created kits. So I have 14 kits available. The only thing you have to do is add your own uh, actual book. You can make it as thick as you want, but you wait till you see what you get in a kit. That will be coming up soon. And if you hear a noise in the background, that's my kitty Ranger. She is not happy. And she has a different name for a girl, but it's because she was named by my grandson Jacob. Anyway, let's get started and show you this gorgeous, beautiful, very thick recipe journal. Okay, let's start here. So I took old pages from a cookbook and put it in here. Okay, and as you can tell, it's got a lot of goodies. This actually is an envelope that has a window that I created a pull out, so you so you can enjoy. There's Meet Dr. Homemaker. She's from the 50s, and she just slides right back into her little pocket here. Okay, it says bless this food. It's got a fork on the front. It's got a little mini pocket. It's got a little bow on the fork. And you have a miniature version of wallpaper. And you can write on the back. There's that pocket. And then it's got a piece of coffee dyed paper that flips open, and you can write whatever you want on it. And it goes in there. Now on this side, it's a flip open, and it goes like this. You have to see the interior. I did a collage with all old recipes, and I just thought it was just absolutely stunning. Okay, and so it flips open, and this is coffee dyed paper. This is baked with love. And what was attached to this actually was from the 50s or 60s, and it shows what you could buy. And it's a fold out. I'm not real sure about the age of it, but I took a picture of, I coffee dyed the paper and put silverware, and inside here is blank recipe cards. Okay, and here talks about cooking for your health, and it's from the National Aluminum Manufacturing Company, and it doesn't say the date, but it has to do with the taking good care of your aluminum pans. So all of these were attached to this paper clip. Okay, and then you have this beautiful little eyelet on the side, and as you can tell, it's got a lot of tabs. Here is a crocheted pocket, and I have all of this in here. It says food is pleasure. And I found a cookbook that incorporated quilts with recipes. And so I took the quilts and made them into pockets in here with a belly band. Inside here is more recipes of all different shapes and sizes, from newspapers and magazines and things like that. So all of those are in this pocket. Then in this crochet pocket, I put August Best Buys in Food, more recipe cards. Ooh, doesn't that look good? And I put it so that you could write on the back. This has the recipe. Okay. Here it says food and fun. And it's just something to put in the pocket. Okay. All right. Next is, I just love this. Take a look at this. Okay. So it looks like a curtain hanging down. This is a valance. And I cut it out to make it look like it was, hanging out there. And underneath there, it is a collage of pictures of a refrigerator from the 1800s. This picture was from 1973. I have a little mitt, and I also have a recipe for tea, cookies and tea. Here's another little tab. Then we have this wallpaper, and what I've done is I just glued this in, and it has more recipes. And this one you can't write on, but this one you can. And then I have a little strawberry tart mason jar. You can't read it, but it can't. There it goes. And it's just stuck on here. Then on this page, it's printed, and then I just added some little old pictures from a magazine. Here, this is one of my favorite pages, and I can't wait to show you. As you can tell, in the background, it shows a 50s kitchen, and then it has a big old oven on the front, but look, it opens up and it's got a turkey, and it's got I put little buttons on here. There's some more food. There's the pies, and there's more food for the Thanksgiving dinner. And this is the middle of the first signature. Here it shows that it's a little tuck spot, and I tucked a lot in here. And as you can tell, it's got pictures of dishes. And in this tuck spot, you have this, and it's a place where you can write on. Here's just a modern wife showing some of the things she puts in her freezer. And they go in there. And then you have a yum. And it says my favorite. And you can write on it and put it in here. Okay. Then on this one, look at this adorable. It's looks like it's an old-fashioned grater. And I put it in here so that you could enjoy a little tassel. Picture of knives. Here's another lady and a tab. It has a recipe for fried onion rings back there. And in this tuck spot was an old-fashioned from the 50s and 60s lady, a picture of peaches, and a London broil. And it has the recipe on the back. They tuck inside here. Okay, and here, I love that face, how she adores her husband as he's smelling her food. And then there's a little tuck spot with cherries, and you can write on the back. But look, blank recipe cards. It's made out of a paper bag covered with a coffee dyed paper. And on this side, it's the checkered. And more recipe cards. And what I did is I coffee dyed them to make them look old, but they aren't old. Okay. And let's see what else. Oh, and then from the cookbook collection of. And so these are all in here inside these blank recipe cards. Let me see if there's more in there. Yep, you get 2 of those and 2 of these. And they're inside your blank recipe card bag. That's folded over and like this. Then I did a black and white one. It says delicious, and it has this lace tab. has an old-fashioned picture of people eating. And that is a pocket. And I put stuff in it, and then I made it look like, whoops, I made it look like this percolator was perking out all these different old-fashioned items, and it flows into the pocket. But in that pocket was this beautiful cook. She goes in there. And then this. It's Meadow Gold Mealtime Adventures by Beatrice Cook. This was from 1955. This is an original, well, it's not, it's an original from that magazine, from the McCall's magazine. And it goes in here. It's on black paper, so it would be hard to write on there. Here I did a little tab with buttons. Here is a picture of Kurz. This was from McCall's August 1957, and it's a beautiful ad. Here it talks about campfire marshmallows, and I made a big pocket and added everything that had to do with marshmallows and marshmallow cream. So I have this little lace paper clip. Here's chocolate cake. Here's just a picture of chocolate cake. Here's mocha chiffon pie, and then talks about an easy as pie ice cream pie. And I guess it doesn't have to do with campfire marshmallows, but it sure does sound delicious, doesn't it? This was so much fun to make. I just started finding things and putting them together. I love this little clothespin, and it has a little mitt holding it together. And these are all recipes from a book, recipe book. Here is something to write on. And then this one I made into a place you can write on. But it is a collage of different things. And I wanted to put that in there. So that's what is holding this together. And I will put it back together. I think I am. Okay. And then I'll stick it in here. All right. This next part was fun. I actually drew this. It says strawberries, and I made my own strawberry. And it says sweet. And it's a belly band. And here is a tab. And all of this should be coordinated with strawberries. Here's 2 playing cards that have strawberries on them. And I covered the other side so you could actually write on them. Okay. Then I have a strawberry pie. Ooh, this is a chocolate strawberry shortcake. And they have the recipes on the back. An old-fashioned shortcake. So you have lots of strawberry types of items in here and recipes. And I see something else in here. Let me see. It's another playing card, and it's got a little mouse holding a strawberry. And I actually put, I don't know if you can see what it is. It doesn't look like you can, but it's got lines in it. And I hate my new my light. It screws up everything. Okay, here it says Books for Cooks. And this was in the McCall's thing. Picture of dishes. And it is my goodness story. And here is another place to write on. It's a mason jar. Here's a pad of paper. So if you have to go to the store, you can use that. Or write down, like wish lists of cooking appliances or things that you'd like to get and tear it out and give it to somebody. This is adorable. This is a belly band, and it has 3 different printed mason jars, and they're all tied with little red things, and they are attached with the clips, the clothespins, and on the back I actually put a little red paper, with red check paper, which I think is adorable, and all of them are the same. So I thought that was an adorable way to showcase. Here is wallpaper again. This is another, I love this because it looks like a apron. And then I fussy cutted all these tiny little cans and soup and pork and beans and stuck them in the pocket. And in this is coffee dyed paper. And that's in a tuck spot. And it says, "Bless this cook." Okay. This is the middle of the second signature, recipe 4, and it serves. You can write it in here. It'd be hard because there's so much in here, but I'm sure you can figure out how to do that. Wallpaper again. Here is part of that, like I was telling you, a cookbook that had quilts. So it had pictures and then quilts and pictures and quilts. And I made a belly band, and it says Tammy, and it's got another tab. And under this one was "Ever caught napping?" Who cares? It's on black, so you can't write on it, but you could add a piece of paper to write notes. But it gives you a recipe. Okay. Due to this, another one of those crocheted pockets. This time, this doesn't open, but it's on a long tag, and you can write on the back. And here is just another paper to write in. Then you have this. This shows the scrumptious turkey dinner, TV dinners. Yes, this is back from 1957. Okay. And then on this side, another pad of paper with a tab and cute little ribbon. And that's attached there. And I show a girl on reading a cookbook on a mason jar. And again, a place to write. This one is all about, it says fruity fun. And it's got pineapple, his marshmallow fruit medley, and pineapple. And this opens up to this. It's adorable. And it's an original from a magazine. Okay, here is an actual pocket. Let's see what else we have in here. Here it talks about apricot nectar. And it's got a tab. And these are all attached. Here's another recipe card. Here's another recipe card. And they are all attached in here inside this pocket. Here's my beautiful coffee dyed paper. And here is another tuck spot to put more recipe cards in. These are new, but I think they're appropriate. They're big. Here is another, this eyelet tab. Here it says Bon Appetit, like Julia Child would have said. And here is just a card to write in. And I thought it was just appropriate. I made that. Okay. Then I have another tuck spot with a doily, and it's got cherries. This is for special recipes. And it's just from an old cookbook that I saved. And it's got a lot of beautiful color around the edges. And then this it looks like it got chewed on. It was an old coaster. And it's really pretty, and I wanted to add that to here. And another tab. And here is a refrigerator. It shows her cooking, and then there's up on this top shelf, I put some pictures. And here's a refrigerator that opens up and has food in it. An old-fashioned refrigerator. On this side, it says Yum. And those are those, I call them pillow type alphabets. This shows a picture of a little girl, and this went with it. This is a tuck spot where she's showing all her food. Modern wife. I have a lace with buttons. And here we have a tuck spot with lots of goodies in here. Got a tag with mason jars placed to the right. We have a young man working on I guess some kind of oriental type of food. And it's old paper, as you can tell, and it was very fragile. And then another card. Live simply, be grateful, give love, laugh lots. So those are in this text, this little pocket that sticks out. Okay, some more. This was in a kit, and it was torn off, and so I blew it up and made it work. And fresh, warm, lean, cool, and frozen, all different kind of wording you do use in the kitchen. Shows a couple, her showing her masterpiece in the oven. And here's another pocket and more of my coffee dyed paper. I don't know if you're old enough, but Donna Reed was a famous actress. And she's cooking in black and white, and then it's on checkered on the back. A tag with that same apron, and a mason jar that you can write on. Okay, then this little picture actually is a pocket, and it comes out, and it shows Van Camp pork and beans and pictures of jars. And let's see what's inside here. More fussy cuts. Tuna and French mustard and Jello and Dole pineapple and Skippy peanut butter and Van Camp's pork and beans. I guess I was real bored one day and just sat there and cut out fussy cuts. But it was fun. This is well worth it. Here is material that was a piece of material that I blew up and put on paper. It says mouth-watering. Another pocket has another lady all dressed up to cook, and it's red on the back. You could write on the back. Another tab spot, a tab and checkered. And look, more recipe cards. And it's a coffee dyed envelope, and it says recipe in the pillow alphabet. Here's steak and mushrooms, crab meat, clam chowder, pork chops, and veal marsala. So they all have their recipes on the back. So you have more recipes to check out. Okay, and this was on here. And here again, I want to show you some of this quilt. The quilts are beautiful. And yes, it's a shiny paper, but it's a quilt from a cookbook. Here, I thought was gorgeous, is material. As you can tell, I have used this material inside this cookbook or recipe book. And this is a valance. And it says, my favorite flavors are. You can write them and stick them in here. Okay, here it says, here's the other side of the quilt, flavored, roasted, seasoned. And then I use this as a pocket, and you've got more tags. Okay, fine creamery butter, domestic diva, that you can write on the back. They go in here. Again, this is material, and I just added it to here. And on here, I have pictures. These are, let me see if I can take this apart and show you. Okay, so these are melons, corn, and peaches. And I put something on the back so you can write on. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like it's just white, but there is lined paper on the back. And so I thought it was appropriate to put it here. Okay, come on. There you go. Again, another piece of that book that showed different quilts, and that's a tuck spot. We have baklava, peach cobbler, and homemade ice cream sodas, and they have the recipes on the back. Tuck spot, another tab. Here's another piece of that wonderful quilt page, and here's a vegetable party bouquet. Shows you how to make it, how to put it all together. This is a big pocket. And last but not least, this is the back page. I created this little tuck spot. This was the inside 1972, the Whole Earth Cookbook, and it has beautiful color on it. But this is made out of denim. I put the little rolling pin on there. I put magnets to hold it together. Now this probably won't work for this because if you add anything to this, this is going to get too thick. But I wanted you to see that I did appetizers and put a picture on it. I have salads with a picture on it. I have soups and sauces with a picture. Meats, poultry, and barbecue. Then I have seafood and fish. Vegetable dishes. Casseroles. I went all out on this book. Pasta dishes, and it shows all the different kind of pastas. Desserts, and that's what's inside. These tabs are inside this little denim book, and it goes inside here. Now this is not just the last page, but this is a flip through as well. So let me put this back in here. It has a tab. We open it up, and again that beautiful, beautiful paper of all the the vintage pages from the cookbook. And here it says sweetened, sugarless, sugar-free, and sweet. And you can write on this side. And that is my beautiful recipe journal. Now this is for sale. I haven't decided what to put on the front, and I thought, well, maybe I should leave it blank and give somebody else the opportunity to make it in their inspiration and add whatever they want to for the front. Again, this is for sale. If you're interested, please contact me by my email, which is scrolling across the screen. I think this turned out beautiful, and I hope you did too. Thank you so much for coming and watching this flip through. You have a blessed evening.